FYF Sportsman, it's Lamont, man, back with another breaking news video, man. And as you guys can see from the title, we're going to be talking about Draymond Green of the Golden State Warriors today. So before we get into this news, make sure you guys subscribe and hit that notification bell. Again, we're going to be dropping these breaking news videos multiple times a week whenever news comes out that we feel is relevant towards today's NBA or sports landscape. We definitely come out with this news and make sure that you guys get it in an unfiltered fashion, the same way FYF Sports always brings it to you. But today, as you can see, the story just broke. And again, I wanted to break this news first because again, I've been an avid supporter of Draymond Green's game on the court, but I've definitely been critical of some of the things that he does off the court. I don't try to convolute the two. Those are two separate things. But today, news broke when Draymond Green was getting interviewed by Inside the NBA. He made a statement. He called for Devin Booker to leave the Phoenix Suns if he wants to win in his particular career. The criticism in and of itself is a bit true. This is something that a lot of people have been saying about Devin Booker. They're saying that Phoenix is just kind of wasting away years. They're not making the necessary moves to improve the team to the degree that's necessary to maximize a player like Devin Booker. And again, that's definitely an honest assessment of the Phoenix Suns. When you have a player like Devin Booker, when you have a player like Kelly Oubre on the roster, you definitely don't want to be in a rebuild mode. You definitely want to be looking to win now. Put players around those guys that could put you in a win now mode, as opposed to that developmental mode that we've seen the Phoenix Suns be in over the last 5 years or so. So Draymond Green today, he made a statement. That statement that he made when he called for Devin Booker to leave the Phoenix Suns, he was, and I'll try to put this into context. He was being asked about the Phoenix Suns' success. The team, Phoenix Suns, are 4-0 going into the NBA bubble. Again, they play far better than anybody's predicted. When they beat teams like the Clippers, when they beat teams like the Pacers, both playoff contenders, and then they beat them in decisive fashion. Booker hit a game winner over Paul George and Kawhi Leonard to beat the Clippers, the best team in the NBA right now. Again, when we see things like that, it looks like the Phoenix Suns are definitely surging. And this is a team that Draymond Green is quite familiar with in the Western Conference. He's had a lot of battles against this team, and he definitely has a good relationship with Devin Booker. But the big controversy surrounding his comments is definitely did Draymond Green tamper when talking about Devin Booker? So, if you're just a comment analyst, if you're here on YouTube speaking about this, if you're just a sports analyst on any major network talking about this particular issue, it's definitely not tampering. But because Draymond Green is still an active player, the guys even on the show jokingly asked Draymond Green, hey, is this tampering? Is your statement tampering? And he said maybe. Obviously we know Draymond Green, he probably did not mean to violate any particular rules. He's known for saying controversial things and just being open, honest, and candid about not just his particular situations with him and the Golden State Warriors, but also when in regards to other players. When he's asked questions, he's known to give at least try to give an honest answer based on what he knows about the sport of basketball. So that was his particular take on the issue. So I know this is going to circulate over the next 24 hours. There's probably going to be a lot of harsh criticism towards Draymond Green, primarily because of his personality. We know Draymond Green is not just being outspoken off the court, but he has a lot of antics on the court that leaves a bad taste in not just players' mouths, but also fans alike. Fans and players. Again, if you're not a Warriors fan, you probably don't like this guy. And again, if you're not an avid fan of just basketball and understanding his role with that Golden State Warriors team, then you probably don't necessarily respect what he does on the court. So, because of that, he has a lot of enemies. He has a lot of people that are going to take aim at him for making this comment, especially coming off of some of the statements that LeBron James made about Giannis Antetokounmpo, and that was considered tampering as well. So we know the most recent case of tampering was in 2018. The NBA fined the Los Angeles Lakers $50,000 after Magic Johnson. He was the basketball operations. He worked for basketball operations for the Los Angeles Lakers at the time. He said some complimentary things about Giannis Antetokounmpo. So if somebody like Magic Johnson, who's a basketball operations, said he gave praise to an NBA player such as Giannis, I really do feel that the NBA will come down with some type of fine for Draymond Green for making these particular remarks. You definitely cannot speak on a player's situation or what you feel they should or should not do, especially when you're dealing with a team like the Phoenix Suns. Although they play in a big market, they give you that small market feel just based on their inability to cycle in big name free agents. And the NBA definitely does not want to see a market like Phoenix lose a player like Devin Booker. So I really think that the NBA will take a stance. I'm sure that they'll talk with Devin Booker about this. I know they're definitely going to talk with Draymond Green about this. And I do see some type of fine being levied down. Now, in Draymond Green's case, I don't think it'll be the $50,000 fine that we saw handed down to Magic Johnson when those issues of tampering arose. But I do see a $10,000, maybe $25,000 fine being handed down. Because, again, at the end of the day, that comment was definitely a bit unnecessary to speak on another player's situation, to speak on another player's situation just in general with regards to what they should do to win. I think that's definitely inappropriate. Players stay in certain cities for whatever reasons. I know that Devin Booker does a lot for the community here in Phoenix. I've seen him go in Foot Locker and buy almost every shoe in Foot Locker just to give them out to the youth here in the Phoenix area. So, when I see things like that, I know that Devin Booker definitely has strong ties here in Phoenix. I know it's more than just about winning a championship with him down here in Phoenix. I know he loves his community, and he does a lot of things for the community as well. So, that's all on top of the fact that, with the way Phoenix is playing, when they're fully healthy, again, if they somehow can get Kelly Oubre back healthy and playing in this NBA bubble, we don't know how far they can go, because they look like they're playing the best basketball that they have all year. The 4-month layover has done a lot for the Phoenix Suns with regards to helping guys get back healthy. Not just get back healthy, but these guys have, found chemistry, cohesiveness. They're playing for each other. The defensive identity is there now. And so all of those things are starting to click for the Phoenix Suns. So, again, the timing of what Draymond Green is saying is extremely bad on both of those fronts. The Phoenix Suns are playing great basketball right now. And Devin Booker definitely loves being in here in Phoenix. And more than likely will be re-signing in Phoenix when next opportunity he gets, barring any trades or unforeseen circumstances. So that's today's breaking news. Again, we just definitely had to bring that to you guys because it's going to be a big headline in tomorrow. Because, again, and primarily because Draymond Green is just not a likable player. People love to jump on the bandwagon of bashing the guy whenever he says things like this that are critical. But recently, when he made the statements, some statements critical of Michael Jordan, and that situation with Michael Jordan and Horace Grant, there were other issues with him, either accidentally liking or potentially liking a tweet that was directed towards Steph Curry's wife. There are so many different things going on where in NBA circles, these issues are very minor or minute, but from the media or public standpoint, these issues can evolve into big media circuses because of the vitriol and hate that a lot of people have for Draymond Green because of his actions and his antics on the court and because of his words and actions off the court. So again, we just wanted to break that. Again, like the main thing here is we try to bring an unfiltered and unbiased approach to this. Again, the unbiased approach and take to this particular issue is that, yes, we do understand, aside from all of this stuff that's not basketball related, Draymond Green has been a great player on the court. We cannot take that away from him. Whether you like his game or not, it's translated very well in the system that he has here in Golden State. But on top of that, he has done a lot of things to bring the ire of fans and basketball minds alike, and basketball players as well. I mean, you know, a lot of these comments, again, this was extremely unnecessary, did not need to be said. It was directed towards a player that I know that he's definitely friends with, but again, it was the timing of it brings unnecessary attention to the Phoenix Suns and Devin Booker. You know, now, you know, will we have media and reporters speculating if Devin Booker's looking to stay or leave? You know, there are so many things that can come of this, and it's just the timing is bad because Phoenix is playing great basketball right now. And secondly, you know, Draymond Green, you know, the Warriors are at home right now. There are a lot of other things that especially him and the Warriors could be focused on. So for him to make a statement like this again is just takes the attention away from the great basketball that Phoenix is playing, and it just brings more ire towards Draymond Green, and it gives his haters more ammo to shoot at him. Especially ammo that's not basketball related. You know, him playing bad this season was just some ammo that haters could actually use to aim at him, you know, to knock him down for how his play this year, playing through those injuries, not playing up to that all-star caliber player that we've seen in the past. So, you know, with that being said, you know, I hope this particular issue can eventually die down, but I know that there will be a media storm surrounding this particular issue as we move forward over the next 24 hours. Again, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions or concerns, make sure you hit that notification bell. Make sure you comment in the video or send us messages on Twitter or Instagram. If you have any, you know, again, if this topic really intrigues you and you want to let us know, if you want to come on the show and talk about it, let us know in the comments or on our social media, and we'll definitely take the time to get you on the show so we can discuss it live and direct. But again, it's been another great breaking news video, and it's been FYF Sports, and we out.